Good afternoon, it's Cail. Today I'm going to be recording some information and a little bit of coloring on my coloring work. And this is my first coloring video, so it might be a little wonky here and there, but I'm going to try and keep it fairly stable. Puppies are sort of semi-awake. Maybe they'll go back to sleep in a little bit, and it's 12:15 in the afternoon, so the sun's beaming in on the window over here. So that's good because I like the nice light. So I've got my coloring that I'm working on here. It's a little piece of art. And the book, you can see in the main thumbnail, is Magical Dawn by Hanna Karlzon. She has some really cool drawings that I like the style of. I actually did start at the very beginning. I'm trying not to hit the camera there. Of the book here. And I was working, let me move it into the frame there. You can see I was working there, and go ahead and clip it so it stays down, and hopefully the music's not too loud in the background. Just got some camera's just like the stand is like right here, some kind of like medieval type music just going on in the background. So let's see, so I've got some different pencils going on. I've been collecting them over the years. I've been coloring for a bit on and off for a long time. Actually, I started coloring when I was little. My mom bought me the Crayola set of 64 colors, and back then that was awesome. And so I was always coloring, and we used to all bring our coloring books out together and color as a family. My mom was an artist, and my sister's an artist, and two of my brothers are artists, so it kind of runs in the family. I'm not anywhere near their caliber. They are very, very good. I am just a dabbler, but I just enjoy it because it's peaceful, it's kind of meditative, and it allows me to be creative with color and kind of just maybe try and like loosen up and not be so stiff. My mom was always telling me, relax, relax, it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm trying to take her advice. Alright, so I've got different color pencil things going on here. I bought a set of Castle Arts pencils. There goes my phone. And they come in these trays that look, let's see if I can pull one out. It's in a metal tin, and they come in trays like this. And there's 3 of these trays, a bunch of different colors, which I really like. These over here in this container are just other ones I've been collecting over the years. I've got different brands. I've got Crayola, Prismacolors. I've got the Raffine, not sure how you say it. It's French. Pencils in there. I've got different marker gel pens. I've got these Staedtler Triplus Fineliners. And that's like when I feel like doing like adding marker. I'm usually go down in there. Usually trying like different markers and things. This is just Crayola Twistables color pencils. I don't even know when I got those. I've got some black Pigma Microns when I do my Zentangle artwork. I've got some white jelly roll pens if I want to add some white accent, which I haven't really done before, so I'm kind of experimenting with that. And I just got like a couple of regular pencils in there, and kind of mixed together. I've got a eraser with a little brush on the end. I haven't really used that too much yet. So in here I've got my how do you say it? Caran dash? I think more French. I know the French know how to do some of these things. Well, I don't know. This is Swiss, maybe it's Swiss. Maybe the Swiss are speaking French. Who knows? But these are luminants. I have a set of just, I don't know, I think it's maybe like 24, something like that in here. I don't know why that's in there. It doesn't go in there. Okay, and then I've got go out of frame here for a second. Little hands. So I've got this gigantic container, pencil case. Draw in Colorful World. And when you open it up, it's got different sections. So I tried to do like by color, like the blues, the yellows, the greens, browns. One come flying out, and kind of like the blue, greens, grays. And then I've got golds, silvers, bronze, copper, some other drawing pencils, some more white color pencils. So all of those are in here. And they're all, you know, different. There's Prismacolors. There's this one, Rose Art. So my youngest brother was a really good artist. He passed away back in 2018, and nobody, my mom wasn't really able to do any coloring or any kind of artwork really, other than maybe a little bit of painting on, I think she was painting on some bricks or something for her house, but her vision was starting to go. So I inherited a lot of these color pencils from my youngest brother. Yeah, so they're special to me. They may not be, you know, super great brands or whatever, even though the Prismacolors are good, but they were his. He used them, and I'm gonna go ahead and use them too. So that's that set. And then I've got something that I bought. It's called Ain Art. Let me see. Ain Art. A-N Art. And these are gel pens. So it's a set of gel pens. So you've got kind of like the regular colors, you've got some vivids, you've got a bunch of glitter, because I like that. I like the sparkly. Some multicolors going on in there. And then, oh, the camera stand. Metallics, which are really pretty. And then the pastels, neons going on in there. So there's that set if I want to use gel pens. So I've done some other coloring in other books. I've got this book here. This is Secret Garden, Joanna Basford, and I've got, I think, like 3 of these books. So this is kind of where I got back into coloring as an adult from when I left it as a child. So it's not like super great or whatever. Like you can see, like I haven't done the backgrounds. I was tending to draw fairly light and kind of using the gel pens for the accent and the darker areas. Not really pressing super hard with the colored pencils. This one I was starting in black with the Microns, and you know, kind of getting better as I went along. I keep hitting that. This one I did neon. That one's pretty cool looking. That was like hippie style. And let's see, this one here. But you can see, like, I didn't color in the background. And I've seen some other YouTubers. I will call them real artists because I'm not a real artist per se. You know what I mean? And you know, they've got their background all colored in. And I was not brave enough back then. I think one of these has a date of 2015. So that was a while ago. So here I am trying to get back into it and try new techniques and do the backgrounds. Okay. So what I did first, and I think I did go and look at a video. It wasn't, I don't think it was a tutorial video. It's just a video. of somebody coloring. I don't remember her name, but she was really, really good, and she was kind of the one that gave me the inspiration. I'll try and find it and see if I can link it in the description of the video. So I started off, well, I bought some of these. These are those, that brand, Coran Dash. These are Neo Color 2 aquarelles, and apparently they're, you know, they're like watercolor paint in a pencil form. I cannot paint with watercolors worth a darn. Now, I used to paint with acrylics, not oils, but with acrylics. My mom would make me paint. She's like, do a painting. I'm like, oh, I'm not an artist. Yes, you can do it. So, I don't think I'm that kind of artist. And, I don't know, she might agree with me at this point in time. I don't have anything. I did do a little bit of pencil work. I saw a couple of, there was like some Christmas wrapping paper and a picture of a lady holding a lipstick tube like between her teeth. That was in a magazine, and I kind of recreated those in pencil. But that was ages ago. I must have been like, you know, 20 years old, and I am 63 now, so it was ages ago. I still have them in frames up on the wall. Not bad, but again, pencil drawing is not my thing. So I kind of sticking on the artistic side of things with coloring. I even gave up my musical instrument playing days long ago, because I used to play the clarinet. So I can still be creative. I was the writer of the family. For some reason, I just kind of got away from that. I used to do a lot of role play writing in a website called ancientworlds.net. And it's back up and everything, but everybody's gotten older and it's just not the same. And nobody's doing any role play that I'm aware of. Otherwise, I might join in, because that kind of writing is fun. Used to write a lot of poetry, but, you know, I kind of, you know, let the writing go by the wayside, and I've been diamond painting and doing cross stitch. So if you've seen all my other videos on my channel. So let me scoot up a little bit here. Hopefully the dogs will stay quiet. And as a reminder, please follow my channel, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And you can come back and see the chaos that I'm creating with the various crafts and artistic things I'm attempting. Okay, so first here what I did is I took this, oh, and sorry for the, I was blending earlier, so I've got like ink on my hand, and I'm getting it on my hand here. Why am I doing that? I don't want to get it on the page. So apparently you take this and you draw with it, right? And then you take a brush, paintbrush, you get it wet, and then you kind of, you know, blend everything together. That's what I was doing earlier. I didn't film it, but I was doing it earlier, so I got junk all over my hands. Okay, so I wanted it to kind of go from dark to light. I think I achieved mostly that part of it. Now when I was doing the paintbrush, let me see. This is a crappy paintbrush, but I had one about this size, and I was just kind of going like that. Of course, I got it on some things that I'll have to go back and, you know, over the lines and so on and so forth. Here. Definitely not perfect, but I can cover that up for the most part, I think, with colored pencil. It should be dry. I have a, maybe. I have a couple of pieces of paper under here. This is the back side of this. So I guess the paper, you can kind of tell if you look at another sheet. Move these. I mean, it's stiff, but here you can tell like the little, that water's been put on the paper. So I guess I can't really worry about that too much, and unfortunately I don't know And I got some blue on this page, so. I don't know how I would actually like take this piece of paper out of this book. I mean, you probably, like, if you want to take these out and frame them or whatever, you would literally have to take the book apart. And, I mean, it's not impossible. Just cut the binding. And you can kind of see, if you look, let me see, like there's little sections where it looks like you can see the stitching down here. Probably like cut that with an X-Acto knife and bring this whole section out, and then use you know, paper trimmer to trim the edge straight. But it's got beautiful drawings in here that I'm looking forward to working on. I just want to make them look a little bit better, maybe like the next level, like level up my coloring skills. I don't know if I can, because I'm not really an artist. And you know, I guess what happens is, like, I always think, I end up thinking it doesn't look good, because then I go and look at somebody else's, I'm like, that looks perfect, and I'm like, look at mine, it looks like, you know, yeah. So, but I'm gonna give it a whirl and kind of see how that goes. So I've got a couple of, I thought I would start on maybe like a leaf or something. These are flower petals, and there's little leaves here. Scoot this candle. Oh, scoot that over. It's sticking to this. It's not plexiglass. It's kind of like a rubbery PVC-ish vinyl, maybe vinyl clear thing I have on my desk. So these flowers, I was thinking maybe oranges and yellows, because orange will go with the blue. I think that's the opposite on the color wheel. And then these buildings here would just be maybe like in like copper color, copper and brown, maybe. And then the leaves green, and maybe some of these flowers on the edge here. Maybe add maybe like a pink, or maybe like a dark, or maybe like a peach. Peach would go with this maybe like pink red or red orange in here. So I've got my Castle Arts pencil. This is leaf green. I don't think I've even actually used this color pencil before. So that's the other thing, is just kind of figuring out like the feel of the wax. I guess it's wax, graphite, whatever they're made out of, on the paper, and like what kind of lines it's going to leave. Every coloring book's different with the paper, so I figured I'll just go ahead and just kind of get the feel. I've got a couple other colors. I've got the leaf green light, and then I've got this Prismacolor yellow chartreuse. I think this one was my brother's. So I think you're supposed to go, this just proves that I don't know what I'm doing. I think you're supposed to go from like your lighter colors, and then you've got where the light is coming from, which I'm kind of really bad about. See, I got the blue, you probably can't see, down here on this edge. I got a little bit of the blue, this background blue on here. It'll just have to be green. You know, like, I don't know what you do if you're a an actual artist and you make a mistake. Especially if you're working with ink, or like if you're a calligrapher, you know, let's say you're doing like a piece of lettering artwork, and you're writing the words out with your nice fancy schmancy calligraphy pen and ink and so forth, and you get to like the very end and like you screw up. Like, what do? I mean, you can't erase it because it's calligraphy ink, you know. I think with acrylic paint you can just like paint over it and it'll hide it. Oil, I don't know, maybe scrape it off with a knife and start over, I don't know. And then color pencils, I don't think that they erase particularly well. I did see somebody using an electric eraser, which I may look into because I'll probably end up doing a lot of erasing. So that was kind of like the light, the yellow chartreuse. And then let's do the lighter color. And I can see right here like where I screwed up. I'll have to come back and make that part dark. Maybe even darker than this one here. So when I color, I don't like do a lot of thinking. I'm not analyzing very much what I'm doing, because I know, given my perfectionistic tendencies, that I will just be mad at how it's either looking or whatever. You know, I just know I'll get mad, and that's like not cool, because you're supposed to enjoy the process, right? So I do remind myself every once in a while I'm coloring, to just chill out and not get upset about it, about the process or how it looks. It's like, okay, yeah, you kind of went over that. So what I want to do, I want to cover where the blue went over, but I don't know if this one's actually dark enough. Let me see. If I press harder. No, I can still kind of see it. Maybe I can, this is permanent green. It still looks like a little circle. I don't know why it looks like a little circle. I know you probably can't see it from there, but I can see it. So that's the light. So I don't really know how to avoid. Well, I kind of know, like, the lines from the pencil. So, like, obviously, if I had this piece of paper here and I was drawing, you know, but let's say I just went like that, like, you can see this line there, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to see that line. I kind of like it to be smooth, so I may go back over this. I did for the first time doing it. It didn't come out too shabby. I'll go back in and deal with the edges. But yeah, it's just figuring it out. It's hilarious. It's a process, and it's an experiment in stepping out of your comfort zone and even at my age I need to step out of my comfort zone gonna try something different. The heat just went on. It's actually warmer today than yesterday. Yesterday was kind of chilly. And well, it's green and it looks like a green leaf. I'm kind of getting the shading a little bit. I was thinking of doing maybe like the middle of the leaf would be kind of lighter and the edges would be darker. But I'm always worried about pressing down hard. I don't know why. It's probably why all those other ones that I did were so light. They're like almost like pastelish, which is really not what I was trying to achieve. But I don't think, I think I might have been, where was I in 2015? Was I here? Yeah, I was here. I just didn't spend time like coloring like over when I would go visit my mom. Look at this dark one. I really want to, that's not even dark enough. I wonder if I have a darker green. Like a forest green. So we got chromium green, chrome green, juniper. Oh, juniper, like a pine tree. Juniper. That might be dark enough to cover that little. I got blue on here. Lame. I'll have to get some sheets of sketch paper. Put it between these. See if this is dark enough to cover that round kind of mark there. Ooh, that one looks pretty like that. Little veins. I don't know. How the lighting looks here. I'll probably pull out one of my studio lights. Maybe put light coming from this side as well, because the lamp's over that way and the window. But the sun is kind of going in and out from the clouds today. Can you blend with your finger? No. I don't know, like, what do you use to blend? Try not to hit the camera stand. What do you use to blend color pencils? I have something that I bought, but I don't like. What it does. Press down a little harder here. Probably come back with maybe some I have this where is it? No, not that. I think it's this. This is a Prismacolor colorless blender, but I don't know. I think I tried it on something before and I didn't like it. I forget why I didn't like it. And then I guess I could like do an eraser thing. Tip just came off. That's great. What if I do like an eraser? Does that like kind of blend it in? No, let's try. It's a green leaf. But I still want to do darker here, I think. The light's coming from this direction, let's say. This was that juniper green. I wish this was like a natural talent of mine. I've always wanted to be able to do art the way I see some other people do it. I'm like so jealous. I'm like, oh, how do you do that? You know, it's like, how do you do that? So I wonder what would happen. My phone, stop that. Go back to this yellow a little bit. In the center. I guess I'm layering, being professional. Yeah, right, I'm layering the colors. I wonder what would happen if I did some olive green, like more, add maybe like a little brownish tint to that. I've got a green gold. Oh, that looks like, let me see. What's this color here? Green gold. Maybe a little bit. Maybe like down towards the bottom of the leaf. Just a little bit. Just lightly layering. So professional. Layering on top of this other color. But I don't want it that dark, like right there. Kind of soften these edges there. I did a leaf. I lift it up. Oop. I did a leaf. Now I gotta make it darker still. So you can see, like, I'm always like hesitant to press down. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna ruin it. Let's see, what other green do I have there? I can what's the one in here? What's this one? Got this band-aid on my thumb where I keep opening up a cut I have there. This is grass green. So I don't have like a lot of different color options in here. I've got moss green, grass green, spring green. I wonder what this moss green would look like. Oh, these like are softer on the what are color pencils made out of? Wax? I'm going to kind of tone down the juniper green. I think that's the one. Or in the permanent green, I'm going to tone that down a little bit. So I saw somebody was doing some, what's the word? Shadowing with black, the black color pencil. And my question is, do you always do that? Or is that just like an optional, you know, depending on what you're drawing, what you're coloring? Wake up my computer, was sleeping. You know, because I suppose I could, if I want to make it like a little bit darker, along the edges, right? I mean, do you always do darker along the edges? Is that like just only occasionally? Let's soften this up a little bit. We're just playing something. Spotify. This one line right there, I don't like it. Coloring can also be particularly time consuming, like most crafts. Diamond painting, cross stitch, knitting, crocheting, they're all time consuming, unless you're like super fast at it, which I'm not at any of them. Actually, I can diamond paint pretty quickly, but I don't necessarily like having to go fast. Put some lines through this one. And probably like okay. Should I make this right here darker? That's the other thing too, is like I never know like just to stop working on a particular element, and I just keep going, and it's like, should I stop? Like the moss green kind of, this part here has more of the moss green. This was the grass green, but I have a feeling, maybe not, softer. I don't know. Does that look different now that I made it darker right there? Oh Lord. Questions, questions. And go back over the middle with the yellow chartreuse. Nobody can say I didn't layer the colors. Actually, that looks pretty good. So, like, my question would be, like, should I bring this green, just make it darker, like, out to this point? I think I'll just leave it for now. So of course now what I need to find out is, before I color over this blue that I got, say like over this edge right here, like will this eraser take that off, or is that impossible? I don't see anything coming off. Not really. Not really. See, that's you know, kind of aggravating. So I guess if I'm doing a background like that with these, and then take the water on the brush, be super careful not to get it over the edge. Because what if I wanted to make this a white flower? I'd kind of be screwed because it's got, like, you know, blue over the edge. I mean, the leaf, I can cover it up for the most part. But if I wanted to make like this flower here white, and say white and gray, let's say I was coloring it white and gray, I would have to figure out how to get that out. And I don't think I have, I might, let's see. I've got this eraser. So the reason why I have also a lot of like these markers, I've also got these here, the Stabilos, set of markers. Used to work at Staples, so things would go on sale or whatever, they'd come in new and I would just snag them up. I used to have a lot more pens and pencils than I do now, so I've started trying to call that back a little bit. Let me see if this will get that off of there, you know, or maybe I need to buy that that music's pretty cool. Where else did I get it? Let's check the lighter color, see if it'll come off. Not really. Sounds like Lindsey Sterling music. Yeah, crazy violinist. It's pretty cool. I don't really see it coming off. That's fine. I'll just have to deal with it on this one. And I'll just remember and keep in mind for next time not to get so crazy that I go by the edges. Maybe I can get a smaller brush. I mean, I have paintbrushes. Look at this cute little thing my mom made. It's out of the bottom of a soda bottle. She painted that for me. That's the kind of stuff my mom was always doing. So let's see, I've got some foam brushes. I forget what these are for. I think this is for dot painting, maybe. I can't remember. Yeah, because I've got some other ones here too. I haven't really gotten into that yet. This is the brush that I was using for this. But I have a skinnier one that maybe would work better next time. I think that's a blender thing for pencil. I'll keep that out. That actually might work instead of the blender pencil. This thing right here is ancient. It must be like 30 years old. it was my mom's. So this might work next time when I go, you know, in these fine areas and try not to get it on everything. Okay. So I said I was going to do what, red and orange? I'll set these to the sides. I didn't put them back. I don't know why they have the light leaf green separate from the regular leaf green. If you're going to put them together, just put them together. Okay, this was over here. Remember where I grabbed the pencil from. These go in here. This was the gold. Eraser, I'm going to test this blender out once I clean it up some. It's that, this paper? I think that's what it is. So you can tell, like, me not knowing things, it's like, oh yeah, she's not like an artist. Okay, so this was the blender that I'm maybe find a page that I don't like the that I don't really care for the design or whatever, but all of these are cool. Maybe that one, you know, one like that, or look at the kitty cat. Mascara beetles, maybe. I'm not a bug person, so maybe I can come in here and maybe on this one here, and that one's got a star. Maybe on this one here, do some color. I don't know, let me see. What if I was going to make this one red? Let's see. Those are wings. I heard somebody get up, shake their tail. A little certain DOG. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of color that. So I'm in frame, make sure I'm in frame. Pretty cool music right there, I'm telling you. Start headbanging, which I do still do even at 63. My husband thinks I'm insane, but there's nothing like headbanging to a really badass dubstep song. Or maybe like, well, drum and bass is pretty quick, or maybe something with trap. I like trap and house. Okay, so I'm gonna take this thing. I know where the page is. So, like, does this stuff, like, dry out? Do color pencils dry out? Do things like this dry out? I don't know. So what happens if I take... Let me see. I hear somebody around. Well, it is... Hey, knock it off. It's the little baby. Okay, so it is blending. But I think what happened last time I went to use this is that you couldn't put a color over it because it puts this layer of clear whatever over this, I think. This is lemon yellow. Rosie, no. So I'm going to just do a little right here. I'm going to turn it orange. I can't tell. So it is orange, gonna put yellow on top of it. So maybe I just did it too much in that one area. I forget where I was doing it. Little puppy. So I might play around with that some more. I don't know, maybe just test it in small areas and you know, see how well it works. Hold on a sec here. Oh. Ooh. I've got puppy. She's like, what am I doing on the desk, Mom? Oh, Lord have mercy. So, okay, so we managed to do, what did I get done today? I blended the background as best I could for a first pass. And I colored a green leaf. Just hold it up. My candle's going out. There's the leaf. That's not too bad. You can kind of see where I put that gold color here. Let me see if I can blend that in a little bit more. It's kind of sticking out like a sore thumb. Maybe even do some more of the chartreuse there, or maybe some white. What happens if you put white there? So I have a Marco Raffine white. I don't know why this puppy woke up. She's yawning. I don't see that that made any difference, really. Maybe. Huh. I'll have to play around with it a little bit more. So anyhow, I've been going almost an hour here. So this is my introductory coloring video on my channel, Celestial Realms. And kind of see like what supplies, little puppy. What supplies I'm using, for the most part. Maybe one day I'll do one of my Zentangles that I'm working on. I would have to like find them. I've got a file somewhere where I'm working on several different pieces. I did a couple of intricate pieces before doing Zentangle. Dog was licking me, and I did one for my son who passed away, and one for my daughter. It's got like their name in it. Really intricate. His is up on the wall right now. And maybe on my next coloring I'll bring out my Zentangles. I'll find them and show you what I was working on with these Pigma Microns. And I also got a set of what's this color? It's called something. Hanna brown, the brown one, the brown set. I think it's like henna type thing. Sepia, that's the word I was thinking of. But I haven't really used those too much. Mostly I was just doing the Microns. What are you shivering for, little baby? I did have a whole set of kind of like off-brand Copic markers, and they were double-ended. So I've got like a broad tip here. She's licking my arm. And then the fine tip here. So this one here is the blender. Now, I took the whole set of markers, and I had like 100 of them, this brand, whatever this is, art marker, and I gave them away, along with the trays I had to store them in, because I knew that I was never going to use them. I wanted to use them, but I'm not that good enough of an artist to use these in an effective manner. I did a few tests, you know, little squiggles and whatnot on a piece of sketch paper, and I was like, yeah, this is not what I can do. This is like way beyond my skill, my talent, whatever. You know, coloring something like this I can do, and it may not be, you know, super artist quality, whatever, but it's good enough where at least I go, it doesn't look like total crap, right? What are you shivering? What are you shivering, little shivery thing? You know, but those other markers were just like too difficult to use. I mean, I love the blending abilities that they had, but as far as like me being able to use them like in something like this, and because they're alcohol based, I don't even know how well this paper would hold that without bleeding through to the other side. And I don't think this, yeah, that on the other side has not bled through to this side. It's one of the things I dislike about these books is they're double-sided, and that's just crazy. I mean, you're doing a piece of art. They should all be just single-sided. I mean, I understand they're trying to save paper or whatever, but I would literally pay double the price of this book if these were all single-sided pages, because then you don't have to worry about bleeding through to the other side. So anyhow, I'm gonna go give my little pup, wave your little paw, Rosie. So wave you, wave. She wanted to lick my hand. Get her, maybe I'll give her a little milk bone or something. And I think I'll get set up in the living room and do some more cross stitch. I was working on Once Upon a Fairy Tale earlier this morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning, because I'm normally up by 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes at 3:30. So in the early morning, I'm either cross stitching or diamond painting. I like to have more light when I'm coloring so I can really see what I'm doing. I could probably color out there in the living room. Maybe, I don't know. I'll try it out. Maybe I can set up another extra light or whatever, one of my studio lights, and color out there in the evenings. That's not too bad. Little baby. I say little baby, and she just shivered. She just does a little shiver. It's like, why are you doing that? She's so silly. Maybe she's hungry. I'll see if she wants a little lunch. So anyhow, thanks for watching. I'm going to go and edit this video. I'll put the intro on and the outro on, and write up a description or whatever, and which brands of pencils and so on I'm going to be using. And later on, maybe when I get when I get a little bit further, I'll come back and do some of the little glitter. I kind of like to wait on that a little bit, because I don't want the glitter part to kind of like spread or whatever if I hit it with my hand. And then I'll have to break out some pieces of paper to cover, cover the work, so I don't put my hand on it, my wrist, whatever. Oh, Lord have mercy, this dog is just shivering. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Stop by again. I do appreciate it. I know that I don't have a regular schedule of streaming or putting up videos, but that's what happens when you're 63. Some days you're feeling it, and some days every bone in your body hurts and you just don't feel well. So you're like, I just can't do it today. I don't even want to turn on my computer. But anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day or evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And try and make the world a better place. Be kind. We certainly need it. And I'll see you next time.